Hester Street is definitely an interesting film. This was released in 1975. It's directed by Joan Micklin Silver and it's written by Silver based on the book by Abraham Cahan. And we have an amazing cast, including Stephen Yates. We have the wonderful Carol Kane and Doris Roberts. It's because of Doris Roberts and Carol Kane that I wanted to watch this. And then I read the description and I thought this sounds really interesting. And I'm pleased to say it is. I wasn't fully engaged throughout. There were times when it was maybe a little slower than I would have wanted it to be, but the characters are really fascinating. So ultimately, I still enjoyed the experience. It's actually a black and white film, which gives it a nice atmosphere. And it's set at the end of the 19th century. And it's about a Russian Jewish woman who's moving to New York, where her husband is currently living there, and he is a lot more Americanized now, and this is obviously going to cause a lot of problems, a lot of obstacles, and I don't want to say too much more about what unfolds. I have no idea if this is accurate, but I haven't read anything to the contrary, and it has a really incredible 7 out of 10 on IMDb across 2.2 thousand reviews and ratings, so that tells me it's probably an accurate depiction of the time period of what it would be like for a Jewish individual to move from Russia to America. Particularly, this is the Lower East Side of New York. And in general, if it is accurate, it taught me a lot. I got quite an education there. The characters are very well written. Carol Kane in particular is absolutely fabulous, as I knew she would be. The black and white approach I thought was a good choice. I think it works really well. That's not to say I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much if it was filmed in colour, but I thought it was a nice touch and helped to give it a nice atmosphere. So in general, it's an interesting story, very interesting characters. Yes, it's a little slow in places, but nothing too severe. The story is very well written. If it's accurate, it taught me some things. Obviously, I took everything with a pinch of salt because I don't know how accurate it is. But in general, I learned a lot. There's a lot of food for thought. The performances are brilliant. Visually, it looks great. I don't really have any complaints, apart from it being a little slow here and there. It's really great. Hester Street was a really interesting film. Great story. As far as I can tell, it's a very well-written narrative. If you know anything to the contrary, or if there are any inaccuracies or anything, please feel free to share that information. But for me, it felt the way I would expect. Obviously, take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. Great characters and performances, visually very appealing. I thought it was really good. Hester Street was a decent experience, and if it sounds like the kind of film that might appeal to you, or if you're just curious to see what it's like, then needless to say, I'm certainly happy to recommend it.